to keep you.
Yes, sir.
He has a grace over your life. And I said earlier that grace and blessing is interchangeable.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Whatever you want to use. But I'm using that we have to be grounded in God's grace this morning.
Well,
God has a grace over you this morning. That crazy grace. That the things that should have happened didn't happen.
come on, Reverend.
And in certain situations and circumstances, you don't even have any earthly idea how you got out of.
Well,
There's a young man at work named Willie Mills. He said that the judge was giving away sentences. This line was 60 years and up. This line over here was 10 years and up.
well, sir.
And he was happened to be in the 60-year line.
Well, sir.
And can you imagine how he felt? He said that 60 years and up, he was calculating the years and how old it would be. And he said when he got to the judge, God's grace came over him, and the judge said, stand here right on side of me. Because I perceived that you were running with the wrong company, and something happened, and you lost your way. And Willie Mills that worked with me day in and day out, which is testimony, received 2 years probation. He was in a 60-year line, and he was doomed, but God's grace covered him. There is a grace, a crazy grace, that blesses you. God has a grace over your life. God's grace opened doors that was closed. You didn't know. You said that you couldn't get that job. You wasn't even qualified. But God's grace opened the door. He made crooked paths straight. Grace over my life. It was grace over my life that brought me here to Houston. Y'all don't hear me.
Well, sir.
Grace that brought me here to Houston. I was in Dallas in corporate America, but I thought I was doing any and everything that I was big and bad enough to do.
Well,
but God has something in store for me. Sister McLaughlin will attest to it. Sister Mango was there. God has a grace. God's grace brought me here.
well, sir.
And I went to get coffee that Sunday morning on a donut, as we so often do. I had just got here to Houston, hadn't been here a week, and it was communion time. And I knew I had to take communion, Brother Apple. I had something. I was out of sync. I was doing any and everything. But God's grace. I said, they were in there white like they are in today.
Well, sir.
And I said, I perceive you ladies are going to take communion. Where are you going? Because you know if you look up and down Yellowstone, they got about 20 or 30 churches. New Providence is the last church on Yellowstone.
Yes, sir.
Y'all don't hear me. If you're looking for a church and you got to pass through all 20, you definitely won't get to the last one before you decide. But they say, follow us. And that's how I know it was a grace over my life, because I followed them and I've been here ever since. God has blessed me. Grace and blessed is interchangeable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God has a grace over my life. Boy, I told you how Noah found grace. Let me show you that grace couldn't, let me show you how blessed couldn't be a condition. He says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. That's what it says in verse 1.
Yes, sir.
That means that if I had an option, so Brother Samuel, that means that I'm going to be in the counsel of the that walketh. That means that in the counsel of the ungodly, if I had an option, I would be walking with ungodly people. But only because of God's grace, it protected me
Well, sir.
through controversies. Y'all know the controversies when you're not in a Christian environment. Controversies and confusion and all kind of mess that's going on. But it was only because of God's grace
Yes, sir.
that he protected me.
Uh-huh.
But he still blessed me.
Well, sir.
He recognized the grace over my life.
Yes, sir.
Because of the problems, people can't recognize the grace that God has over your life. Somebody somewhere wants grace to negate the problems that you have or that you're going through. But grace, God blesses you in the good
Well, sir.
and in the bad.
Yes, yes, sir.
You got to go through something.
My Lord.
God is going to bless you with your ups
Yes, sir.
and your downs.
That's right.
Y'all know Jonah was on his way to Nineveh and he decided to get away from it. But in his disobedience, God blessed him
Yes, sir.
to get to Nineveh in 3 days.
My.
He protected him in his foolishness because he had made up in his mind that he wouldn't do it.
Well, sir.
And some of us say that, and you know, show you that blessed is not, it's a position, not a condition. Some of you say, as soon as we get into this thing, as soon as this thing happens, I'm going to start walking in God's favor. And you say, I want to tell you this morning, whether you walk in it or not, you're already walking in God's favor. God has blessed you even up to this point.
That's right, sir.
Walking in God's favor. The presence of trouble does not destroy the potential of triumph. You still can triumph in the midst of trouble.
Well, sir.
In the midst of evil. All hell breaking loose. Trying to destroy you, but you're still standing because God has allowed you to focus in your bad time.
Yes, sir.
God has allowed you and kept you in the midst of confusion. You know they got people being shot on every corner. The news media is going crazy with the election and everything. Your house is in the race. But God has allowed you to stay focused and to keep your heart and his mind on him because he said this morning that he is the author.
Yes, sir.
In the finisher of your faith.
Yes,
He
sir.
started this thing from the beginning and he will see it to the end.
That's right, sir.
By opening, there have been some seasons in your life that you know God has a grace over
Well, sir.
by the doors he opened. There's a season in your life
Uh-huh.
he has made a way out of nowhere.
Yes.
There are seasons in your life God shows his grace by the fire that you go through.
Well, sir.
Come on now, you're going to go through some fire. You went through that fire, and they say that the fire was 7 times hotter than it ought to be.
My.
And they said that the people that was trying to throw you in the fire got burned up.
Well, sir.
And it was saying that you was walking around in something that should have totally incinerated you, just wiped you off the word. But every time that anybody will have, any time that they go through any fire like that, anybody else would have lost their mind.
My Lord.
They'd have blown their brains out. They would have went and tried to throw off, jump off a building.
My Lord.
They would have thrown in the towel. But don't think that you didn't think it is in your mind.
Well, sir.
You say, is this working? You thought it in your mind. And every time that the enemy tried to burn you or the enemy tried to come around you, it was grace all around you. He couldn't burn you. You didn't smell anything on your hair. It was grace that was keeping you to get you to your appointed destination.
Well, sir.
The grace that kept you from your foolishness. The grace that kept you in your craziness. It was God's grace that kept you.
Well, sir.
You know you got bills everywhere, on every side. They got sickness. And every time you turn to this side, you got pain that you can't